Cohesive devices. Authors use cohesive devices when they are writing any text, whether it be a novel or an advertisement. So what are cohesive devices, and why do authors use them? Cohesive devices are words and phrases that link ideas. When sentences, ideas and details fit together clearly, readers can follow along easily, and the writing is easy to understand. The ideas tie together smoothly. Some examples of cohesive devices are repetition. If keywords are used again and again, it lets the reader know that this is important. You don't want to overdo this one though. Replacing words with synonyms. This helps the reader stay focused on what the main idea is without having too much repetition. Omitting words. Tightens the language to omit words that are not necessary. Now we will look at an example of each of these cohesive devices. An example of repetition is this advertisement from our friend Persuasive Pete. Do you have problems with pesky pests? Then you need the BAM-WOW 2000. Do you have problems with bothersome bugs? Then you need the BAM-WOW 2000. Can you see how the phrase, do you have problems with, is repeated twice in the advertisement? And the sentence, then you need the BAM-WOW 2000, is also repeated twice to help the audience remember it. Let's look at what else Persuasive Pete has to say to see an example of this cohesive device. You've tried all the other pest controls. Now try the best, the BAM-WOW 2000. Get rid of all your airborne annoyances. Kill all of those bothersome bugs. Rid your home of those cursed critters. Get the BAM-WOW 2000. What words has Pete used that are all synonyms? The first word he uses is pest. Can you see any other words that are synonymous with pests? He has also used airborne annoyances, bothersome bugs, and cursed critters. Imagine if he had used the word pests instead of each of those. It would be a bit repetitive, wouldn't it? But we now have a whole lot of new words to add to our vocabulary that build up a particular meaning in our minds of annoying, bothersome pests. Omitting words gets rid of words that aren't important, so the reader has less to read. What example has Pete got for us now? Pests bugging you? Sick of smelly flies? Want cheap pest control? BAM-WOW 2000 is the answer. Are these complete sentences? Wouldn't it be more correct if he said, are pests bugging you? Are you sick of smelly flies? Do you want cheap pest control? Then the BAM-WOW 2000 is the answer to your problems. But Pete has left out words that aren't needed for understanding. It makes the text tie together. Let's take another look at the advertisements we have looked at so far to see if we can find any cohesive devices in them. Remember, we are looking for repetition of words, replacement of words with synonyms, and omitting words that aren't needed. Firstly, let's look at what words have been repeated to show that they are the key words. The word friendly has been repeated, making it clear to the reader that this is a good product. The word threads has been repeated as well to make it clear that the product is clothing. Thing has been repeated in the sentence, the first great thing. This is to link it to the company name, the next big thing. NBT, the company logo, is also repeated. This repetition links all of the text together and highlights the key ideas. Next, let's look at the replacement words. Can you see any words that have been replaced with synonyms? The word threads is a replacement word. It is a synonym for the word clothing. Can you see any omitted words? The prefix eco is omitted from the friendly threads. How would the sentence sound if eco was put in? Show your eco flag with NBT's new line of eco-friendly threads. It's a bit repetitive, isn't it? And not in a good way. The creators of this advertisement obviously felt that the word eco was unnecessary because it is already a part of the headline, and the use of the word friendly is enough for the audience to make the connection that NBT's clothing is good for the environment. And what about the Great Green Gifts advertisement? Can we see any cohesive devices in it? What words have been repeated? Gifts is repeated several times to link the name of the company and also make us aware of what the product is. Eco-friendly has been repeated to stress the fact that the company sells products that are good for the environment. What words have been replaced with synonyms? Gifts has been replaced with presents. Your pocket has been replaced with money. And won't harm the environment is replaced with save the planet. Have any words been omitted? In the headline, Presents for the Future, words have purposely been omitted to make this phrase have more than one meaning. It could have read, Give presents for future occasions, or Give presents that will help protect the future. It sounds a lot sharper and therefore more effective to omit these words. And finally, let's look at the Double Dunk advertisement. This advertisement has very little text, so it does not cohere through replacement words as much as the NBT advertisement. The language is tightened to omit words that are not necessary. For example, said is replaced by a colon. They have also repeated key words, be, my or your best, and double dunk. All three of these advertisements have used cohesive devices in some way that help link the ideas in the text together, and not just jump from one idea to the next. The advertisements are more effective as a result.